imagine you feel angry.
Oh, what's the matter?
Father's a monster.
Wonder where we'll be in 10 years.
Thought maybe I'd write a book.
This future writer, does he have a girl?
Think we should talk while we still can.
If you can understand your father, you may begin to understand yourself.
I don't blame you if you're angry. But tread carefully. Remember whose son you are.
I'm nothing like you. I just want a normal existence. Those urges are coming over you. You don't know a thing about me.
What is wrong with you?
Remember whose son you are.
I will protect you for the rest of your life.
What happened to your eye?
I just fell.
Won't you say a little prayer for your old man?
Have you had any thoughts of harming yourself or others?
Boom, there you go. That was the trailer for Like Father, Like Son, arriving in theaters, on demand, on digital on January 31st. I'm Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World. Joining me to talk all things Like Father, Like Son is the star, Dylan Flashner, and writer-director, Barry J. Gentlemen, it is a pleasure to chat with you both. How are you today?
Good. Doing great. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. So right before we got started, if you're a fan of NRW, Nerds Rule the World, Barry is a returning guest. I love Barry. We had a great hour-long conversation about his film, The Way Out, about 2 years and 10 days ago as of this recording. If you haven't seen that film, go check it out. But he is back with a new film with Lionsgate and Grindstone called Like Father, Like Son, to lead us into this gem of an idea of this film that I had the pleasure of watching starring Dylan. Barry, can you re-engage people with how this germ of an idea started?
Oh, well, I'm a horror nerd or geek or both. And I love writing it, and I'm always looking for a new inspiration. And at that point, I'd fallen in to some black hole of serial killer documentaries, as many do. And I thought, oh, I want to write one. That would be really fun. And my idea of fun. And I started being fascinated. All abused people do not kill. So that is an aspect of it. But could there possibly be some other aspect? Could it be hereditary? And when I checked with Mayim, who's also a neuroscientist, she said, yeah, no, there's absolutely a possibility of connection. And then I read a story, because I kept diving. I read a story about a father on Skid Row who was killed, put to death, and then he had a baby at home, and that baby grew up to be a killer. And that sealed it. Right then and there, I wanted to write this movie and explore that element.
Amazing. And as we talked last time, it's all about that process, and that process can be so exciting and making all those puzzle pieces fit. So I just love it. And you brought on board the amazing Dylan Flashner, son to Dermot Mulroney. Some amazing actors you got involved with this, Barry. But Dylan, bravo. I had the pleasure again screening this about 2 hours ago in prep. And again, I knew it was going to be another great Barry J project. What was it like climbing on board in this role, working with Dermot, working with the rest of this cast, to just kind of explore this dark side of humanity, if you will?
It's funny, we have the background of the poster, and I see the names, and I'm just kind of like, I don't know how my name got up there, but yeah, no, it's been an incredible experience. So many professionals on set. Barry is just such a giving director in general that, I always felt like I could do what I wanted to do and see if it worked. and that process was so much fun. And I think it was such a collaborative process between me and Barry from the beginning that you can really tell that we both believe in this project. But yeah, working with the other actors and actresses was just such a cool experience for me. Dermot was my father in my first project I ever did.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, so it really comes full circle, you know, 5, 6 years later. So yeah, it was just shout out to everyone on the project. They just really brought it together.
Well, as they do, and your name rightfully is a star there, sir. And I'm sure it's going to be there many a time, many a poster. And I can't wait to hopefully give you your flowers as you continue on this journey. Tapping into this dark character, though, I'm curious, like, what notes you got working back and forth with Barry. I know Barry puts a lot of his life experiences with it, and
Yeah.
I just like, it's just so real and so visceral. I'm just curious, you know, you have to play this role, but also, you know, separate in a way. But I know Barry has like a lot of connections with this stuff because he comes from. I think the best material I think we all know comes from you know, experiences in different ways. What was it like for you tapping and then Barry, if you could climb into that as well with Dylan?
Yeah, no, I think for Barry, it was such a close story to him and to what he's dealt with personally that I felt that, you know, I'm an empath that way, and I could feel how much the character Eli really had an effect on him. So for me, it was just natural for me to feel that empathy and really bring it into the character. So for me, that was the biggest thing, is just seeing the dedication that Barry has to the project, and just how much knowledge he had to bring to me for the character made my life a lot easier.
Mm. Barry, working with Dylan and the rest of this amazing group of talent that you brought together, can you reflect on that as well?
Oh yeah. I mean, it was a dream. It was honestly a dream. I don't have a single complaint in the world. Everyone's so talented, so kind. The chemistry was great. The camaraderie was great. I feel like everybody really knocked it out of the park with their role, especially, you know, Dylan, Ariel, and Dermot. I mean, it was just Dylan and Dermot, those were some of my favorite scenes. I mean, just the two of them opposite each other, just talking like that. The mind game was just intense. Yeah, I love it. And a lot of myself was in here, even though there's not a serial killer aspect to me. There is. Like the job he had at the telemarketing place. I worked at a place exactly like that with a boss exactly like that. That brutal, that horrible, you know, and abusive. And yeah, I would leave there pissed off. So there was a lot of the underdog, the, you know, down and out factor was pulled from my life. And then I also thought he's living a double life. And I can relate to that because 20 years ago, before I got sober, I was living a double life. Who you saw and who I was definitely two different people. And so I wanted to like bring that into fruition.
Definitely. I think, well, as creatives, we're all creatives here and filmmakers and artists that, you know, there's that separation that we have to do, you know, to play these roles and also have our life with our families and friends. That's why I think everybody's going to connect with it. And I think it's going to find its audience because I really connected with this material. It's a roller coaster, dark ride, but it is such a journey that I think that we know, and it's just well done by you, Dylan, and everybody on the cast, and you, Barry, you know, writing such great material and directing these folks to just put on such a performance. I don't want to spoil anything at all, but right when I got to the end, I was just, you know, you're cheering for these people despite, you know, all the things that they're going through, but then there's this thing that happens toward the end that I was like, mouth agape, just I was blown away. Can we talk about that setup without, you know, and then how that was for you, Dylan, to, you know, bring out that performance and the just Barry when you got to shoot that scene? Because I was just like, you know, again, I was losing it, but I think that's what's gonna like, wow, that is, it's just a powerful film. And then again, those notes you put at the end that, you know, this is hereditary in certain ways. I know we got to go. So let me throw back to Dylan, and then Barry, if you can chime in. Thanks, Kaylee.
Yeah, no. So basically, the whole thing with the ending is, it's a 5-minute continuous scene, and you're really just living in the moment. And you've dealt with so much with Eli and what he's been, doing leading up to that moment that you really feel. And shout out to Jim Klock. He's such a talented actor. He plays my boss. And I think there's just so much going on in the ending that you're feeling the whole time. And I think that's the best part about movies, is making you feel.
Thank you, Dylan. Barry.
Oh, I mean, I got to say what Dylan did. Jim Klopp turned in a great performance, and their chemistry was incredible. I just think it was time to surprise the audience, because it surprises Eli, and Eli surprises Haley and his son. So I wanted everybody to be in his shoes. Just to know what it's like to feel like that, do what you do, deal with the results. And, everyone did such a great job. That was an incredible scene to film.
Wow. Well, Dylan, Barry, amazing. I know this is going to definitely find its audience. Everybody's going to relate. Hopefully this will inform and educate, which I think a lot of your films do, Barry, which is a testament to you with your work. But bravo. Dylan, it is an honor and pleasure to chat with you. Congratulations on this film. I'm looking forward to seeing your name in the highlights as well again. And please come back so I can give you those flowers. And Barry, always an honor and a pleasure. And now I need that Christmas film, because I think that's what we also talked about 2 years ago. So when that comes out, please come back.
I will. You promise. I do.
You're the best. Everybody, the amazing Barry J, Dylan Flashner. I'm Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World. Go check out Like Father, Like Son when it arrives in theaters, on demand, on digital on January 31st.
Thanks, Kuya.
Thank you. There's the cut. Thank you, guys.
For your interview, and you can begin whenever you're ready.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Hello, Dylan. Hello, Barry. How are you both?
Doing good. How you doing?
Wonderful, wonderful. Hey, before we get going, Barry, I don't know if you remember, but you and I talked about this film 2 years and 10 days ago. I was just looking at it on NRW.
Wow. You got the days down during Killer Therapy.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, we were talking. You were like getting ready to go, and now Hit's here, and I love it. It's good to see you again, my friend.
It's good to see you. I love Nerds Rule the World.
I appreciate you. All right, and hello, Dylan. It's a pleasure to meet you virtually. I'm excited to talk all about this project. You ready to go?
Yeah, let's do it.
All
right, we're already recording. I'm gonna count us in real quick to help you with my edit. All right, let's have some fun. Here we go. In a 1, 2, 3.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Yeah. Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world.
Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Awesome. Kuya P, Nerds Rule the World. Hello.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Oh,
Nerds rule the world.
I got
It's in the title of your show, like Nerds Rule the World. Like, I want more Black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, Nerds Rule.
Love it.
It's your boy Kuya P, Nerds Rule the World. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
Do. They rule the world all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys.